Yep.
Yeah, that was great. And then they shut the hell up for a long time again. Yeah.
Well, yeah, he wasn't going to actually do any more movies. Um,
But
Basically, he had the other six movies written, and
yeah.
his I think it was his wife and possibly his daughter had said, please don't, because it basically consumes his life, and so
Yeah.
he was like, all right, I'm done, and he then many years later decided to come back and do the prequels, which I don't know. Now that I've seen the final three that Disney put out, the prequels don't look nearly as bad as they did when they originally came out. But
Yeah.
yeah, the ones that Disney put out are just every time I see one of those, I'm just like, what the fuck? What were you guys
Yeah.
thinking? But
Oh,
whatever.
well, Disney is just a big vacuum sucking at your dollar bill.
Oh yeah,
And that is it. They don't I mean, really and truly, man, you're right. We didn't need the Phantom Menace or any of that shit, and we didn't need to. We could have ended it right there with Luke and the Return of the Jedi, the
yep,
Ewoks, you know, and we could have gone on to another sci-fi genre. I mean, they've slaughtered canons like Star Trek has too.
oh yeah,
They just fuck the canon. We're just gonna write some stuff. Y'all are gonna buy it. In fact, we think you all are arguing about it actually promotes it on the internet even more.
well,
So
and um, that whole mindset is now folding over into other brands. I mean, this whole debacle going on with Dungeons and Dragons is a perfect example. I mean, that Hasbro wants to turn D&D into it's no longer about being a tabletop game. It's a lifestyle brand, and
yeah,
it's not monetized enough. And I'm like,
yeah,
really? like, I've got a bookshelf full of thousands of dollars worth of books that would argue with your idea that it is not monetized enough. But do go on.
oh man, they really reached out there, man. When they started trying to promote the Magic the Gathering with D&D. You
Yeah.
know, they really kind of lost a lot of what it was. Like there was this video game called Dungeon Siege I was playing a long time
Oh yeah.
ago,
Yep.
and yeah, the moment they gave my characters machine guns and rocket launchers, I stopped playing.
Yeah, it went down the tube. Yeah, I
I was
remember
done.
that.
I was like, what? Rocket launchers?
Right. Yeah.
Yeah. What the fuck ever? Plate mail and a rocket launcher. It's an easy game.
Right.
Yep, but the next version of D&D will be better. You just need to buy all the books.
Right.
Yeah.
But
they'll do the same modules over for the next version.
it'll all be digital, and in order to get the errata, you can't just download it. You'll have to buy the DLC.
There you
Yeah.
go.
Well, I am liking the new Dragonlance adventure. I'm having fun. We're not that far in it, so the dude's pretty much doing by the book. It's got a nice feel to it. So I'm having fun with it. So, at least that. But it might be my last draw with 5e. I don't know. They'll have to go back with another Dragonlance for me to do it, because I just like that setting. I like the Wizard's Towers and
So I got to thinking really hard today about my major bitches with 5th edition and how I would fix it. And I've been writing for Old School Essentials, so OSR stuff, old BX rules. And it occurred to me that there are a series of problems that if I were to remove them entirely from 5e, that I think the game would instantly transform into a better game. And the first thing I would get rid of would be death saves entirely. And instead, I would wouldn't get rid of them entirely. Instead, I would replace the system of the 3 death saves at 0 hit points with a negative 10 hit point rule. And this was an optional rule, a table rule that went all the way back to first edition, mostly because
Yeah, you would either bleed out
right.
Slowly, or someone would do something,
So-
or you would make good con rolls to get a little health back.
Exactly. The way I would what I would change it to is that if you were at 0 hit points but you had more than -10, so let's say you were at -2, when it came around to your turn, you would make a death save. If you made the death save, you were still bleeding out. If you failed the death save, you would lose another hit point.
Yeah.
At -10, you're dead. Period.
Yeah.
The other thing that I would immediately change, I would well, death saves would change a lot of the dynamic for the game, because for the most part you wouldn't have the players, they would quickly learn that they weren't bulletproof.
Yeah, but that bulletproof and protection of the characters is what got all those new players into role playing, because they fell in love with their characters and their characters didn't die.
Right.
And they got spoiled.
Yeah, you know
because
what?
they didn't have to be a magic user with 2 fucking hit points and needing 2,000 experience points to do anything about it.
Well,
and then you roll a D4.
Yeah, well,
a D fucking 4.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No, my feeling is fuck those guys. We don't need those people as players anyways. And then the other thing that I would immediately change would be the milestone XP. I would get rid of it entirely. I would limit people back to you can only have 3. You can only multi-class into 3 classes. I would bring back experience points, and if you have a multi-class character, when you get experience points, they have to be divided evenly between all the classes that your character is currently at.
Uh-huh.
That would mean that you would have some characters in a party that would be lower level than other characters. But the fact of the matter is that those multi-class characters have more capabilities than some of the other ones anyways. But it would also even out, because as soon as somebody, even one member of the party, gets a magic weapon, they're all of a sudden, now your party's punching above its weight. So that would even itself out anyways. Those 2 things would drastically change the dynamic of the game.
Oh, I would put exhaustion levels when you hit 0 hit points. Like if you hit 0 hit points and you get that stops yo-yo.
Well,
you know,
I would limit your the number of times that your character can be resurrected to your con. And every time you're resurrected, you permanently lose 1 point of constitution.
That's cool too. But again, the unconscious, and I give you a healing word from across the battlefield, and all of a sudden you're back up, you know, and then somebody hits you and you fall down, and then I healing word you again, you know, and I'm still swinging my mace, but I'm using the healing word as a bonus action, and I'm just, you know, it's the yo-yo effect. You go up, you go down, you go up, you go down, you go up, you go down, and then after it all, we all sit around for an hour. You spend some hit dice, and all of a sudden you're at full hit points again.
Yeah. I sat down and ate a bologna sandwich, and now I'm completely healed.
Right.
Yeah.
So if every time you fall unconscious, I give you an exhaustion level, then, you know, your character starts, you know, it not working. Right. You know, when you get back up, and then you can only cure 1 exhaustion level a day per long rest. So 2 times takes 2 days worth of So that would be what I changed, is the yo-yo.
Yep. Well, and I think a lot of these changes would kind of eliminate the yo-yo, because at least somewhat. Yeah. I mean,
well, yeah, you're -10 and dead. You know, because the way it is now. I have to hit you. You have to go negative whatever your maximum hit points are for me to kill you in 1 blow.
Right.
You know, if you got 20 hit points and I hit you for a 40, that's automatic dead right there. I don't give a shit. But I mean, that's hard to do when you're, you know, balancing.
Or you get the big bad guy who decides he's going to coup de grace the guy who's down, because of course.
Oh hell yeah.
You know?
Well, that's 2 failed death saves right there.
Right, but with the -10, you know, because you're already down, that automatically counts as a crit, So
Yeah.
your
Yeah,
chances of
that'll finish you too. Yeah.
right, yeah, your chances of surviving that are next to nil. Yeah, old school OSR by the book rules are hardcore. I mean, just by the book, it would make doing some of these old mega dungeons really difficult. But it becomes
Yeah.
resource management.
You can constitute reagents, and
Yeah.
that the spellcasters drive the party, whether anyone wants to admit it or not, whether with healing or with big damage stuff. But if you start making people keep, like the Ultima Online, you had 8 reagents, and when you ran out of Nightroot, well, okay, now I mean Nightshade, now half your spells aren't working
Right.
because you ran out of this key component.
Yeah.
You know.
All right. Well, that's our rant about D and done. That's my new term for one D&D is D and done, because I think I'm done with WotC for a while. But welcome to Traveler, the Pirates of Drinax. We will be picking up where we left off last week, right in the middle of a jail heist. I guess it's not a jail break because you were breaking into the jail and you're trying to get people out. So that's more of a heist game. We will be down Carrie, so no Ching Shiih, your pilot tonight. And Rexar, Corey's got COVID, so he's at home in bed, sick as a dog. And what's Devin up to?
He's at a meeting.
And so work calls for Devin. And
it's in Boy Scouts, but he can't skip it because our kids are
right. That's kind of important for the kids. So,
yeah.
But yeah,
I'm
you guys
Scout. I thoroughly support Boy Scout thing. That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Devin's Eagle Scout too. Good for you. It's really hard. I respect.
Yes.
You to get that
far. Yeah, it's a lot of stupid badge collecting. But yeah, sorry to correct.
No, so it'll just be the three of you.
Well, I can play Keith. He might. It might not take the whole time, so
okay.
He would like to be in the stack, so he can. Yeah.
Oh yeah, we'll keep him in the stack, and
okay.
So we'll pick up where we left off last week. And Oks is the only right now. He's the only active player that's not on the ground. He's still up at a weapons terminal on the ship as it flies around.
And I like that.
Well, yeah. And his life is going to get more interesting here in about a few minutes. But before we get started with that, I would like to thank one of the friends of the Greenwater Guildhall. And these are not sponsorships or partnerships of any kind. They're just products that we really like. And so tonight we would like to thank the Speechless Bard. The Speechless Bard makes beautiful leather products for your tabletop role-playing games, such as leather covers for your hardback role-playing core books. She has a dice rolling mat that looks like a spell scroll when it's rolled up, and she's got this really, really nifty thing that's called the Spell Compendium. They're these little leather spell books that when you open them, they're bifurcated. One half can hold a deck of cards. The other half can be used as a rolling tray. And on the inside of the book cover, there's a magnetic spell tracker. They're actually really cool. And she does all of the customization by hand. She is a fantastically talented artist. And I just saw a post from her today that she's begging people to hit the store. So, check out the store, because I guess the heater in her car doesn't work very well, and her feet get really cold. And so, evidently it's a long drive to get to the leather shop, and she just had to make a trip today to go get new leathers. So, if you are going to order, if you're looking to order something that's customized for the holidays, that ship has probably already sailed, just because of the time crunch. She is in the UK, so it can take a little bit of time to get over here to the United States, but don't let that stop you. You should definitely go and check her out. And I don't know, maybe you want Valentine's gifts. In a lot of circles, leather products make an excellent Valentine's Day gift. So, Yeah, check her out. If you're a fan of our Wednesday Night Traveler games, we do have a website via Obsidian Portal. The link to that is down in the description of the video. Go ahead and check that out. The adventure log is written in the manner of Traveler News Service articles, so definitely check that out. These guys are and these guys and their shenanigans are taking more and more of a front page notice. For instance, the planet Corden is now in. Out of the 3 people that rule the planet, 2 of them, 2/3 of the planet, is at war with one another. So, and that's all thanks to your friendly neighborhood Pirates of Drinax. And so, yeah, you should check that out. If you like the page, please go to the front page and give us a thumbs up. We do like to see the fan likes, and we hope you enjoy. So let's see here. We landed on Captain Beth. You are in the jail block, and this poor bastard is unconscious. He's not dead, but he is. How bad is he? Yeah, he's just unconscious. He's not. He doesn't look like he's in terrible danger of bleeding out. Yeah.
All right. Let's see, where can I move to? I can get in front of Keith. And then can I see that security guard, or is the door?
No, yeah. If you move over there, you can see him. His door is open. He was going to be using that room as cover, and it just hasn't come around to him yet. So.
Well, I believe I was wielding the breaching gun, so it seems like a good time to breach the door.
Well. His door is open. He was just using it as he was just using the door jamb as cover. So, yeah, I mean, you could breach his breaches.
Yeah, let's do that. Okay. Here. Wow, I rolled really well. 11, 13.
That is a hit. And on here. Need to get to my equipment section. There we go. Breaching gun. So, that is a +4 to damage.
Okay.
And so that's actually, if you're shooting it on burst, that's going to be a +9 to damage, which is an automatic critical hit.
All right. That seems wise when trying to take people out. So.
Yeah, I mean, if you don't want him to be a problem anymore, that's the way to go.
My damage roll is pretty crap. So, but yeah, 15 was out when it was all together.
Okay. Here. Okay. Then I need. None of my books kept their bookmark. They probably think they're being neglected because I've been spending so much time in other books. Let's see here. There it is. Okay. So he has Polycarpus. You did 15.
Mm-hmm.
He is going to take 5. But actually, he's going to take more than that. So what you need to do is you need to roll roll 1d, and tell me what you got.
6.
So you did something to his legs. Roll 2d.
Right. 9.
The traveler will, it says, traveler will survive if given even the most basic emergency assistance and suffer no ill effects providing they receive proper medical treatment whilst recovering. If it is not, they will permanently lose D3 points from both strength and endurance. So
Wow.
I would say that blows him off his feet, and he gets a little, ow, my back, and is going to move him 2 meters back onto the table, and he is prone on the table with fairly mangled legs.
Wow.
Yeah, that's what you get. So let's see. Did you have any movement left, or?
I think I did all my movement.
Okay, so he's not down, but with his mangled legs and whatnot, I'm gonna say that he's probably at a -1 to shoot through that door. But you definitely got his attention. What would Keith like to do?
The doors on these cells, are they like locked electronically, or do they have like a keyhole?
Yes, they are electronically locked, and Oks blew up the generator, so there's no power.
Oh, okay. Okay. Shit. Well, I don't know what Keith can do then. Let's see.
Having said that, I would think that there would be some kind of emergency backup.
He does have a mechanized toolkit.
If it was an electromagnet lock, when the power goes down, the door would no longer be locked.
I don't think that they would be dumb enough. Well, I don't know. It is Marduk. I just don't think that they would be dumb enough to use an electromagnetic lock, but they would use a piston kind of locking mechanism. But yeah, if Keith wants to use his mechanical toolkit, I don't know. Let's see what the dice say.
Okay.
Let me ask the dice.
Okay.
Well, that's only one dice. I need 2. So that's a 5 and a 5, a 10. So it's been another. Let's see here. Where was Ox? 6. So it's been 12 seconds, and this chamber, the only light that's been in here, because there's no windows, the only light that's been in here has been from gun flashes and exploding legs. And so now that 12 seconds has gone by, the red emergency lighting from a battery backup somewhere under this building has kicked on. You don't know how long it's good for, but in case of like a fire or, a Harrier blowing up your generator, that kicks in so that they can evacuate. And so now the only question is how to get the locks undone.
Okay.
So you're probably going to need you're probably going to need like a computer code or something, unless you just want to breach the cells.
Let me see. I think I can make it to the. I can't remember how long you can go. Is it 18 meters in a turn? If it's not all your movement.
Yeah, if he used if he used 3 minor actions, he could move 18 meters.
Okay, I only need to use 2 minor actions to make it in here then, and try and fuck with this thing.
Yeah. So your final minor action, you can. Well, with your final minor action, go ahead and make a. This is just the initial check. Go ahead and make a electronics, computers plus intellect or education check.
All right. He's got computers. All right, so it's +2. Jesus Christ, 7.
So what that roll was for is Keith is trying to determine which window or app he needs to open in order to control these locks. And well, I would say that that's routine 6 plus. So yeah, 7 gets it, and on his next turn, he can start randomly typing in numbers or hacking it in some other fashion in order to try to unlock the cell doors. The Imperial Marine. Now, Rexar was right here. In fact, just for shits and giggles, I'm going to put Rexar back on the board, even though he is not here, and we'll use him for roleplay purposes. This Marine is not going to allow him to continue assaulting. Is he going to move, though? No, I don't think he's going to move. All he's got is a... he has a Gauss pistol, which is not great. There it is. Okay. Quick reference sheet. Here we go. So a Gauss pistol. Yeah, why not? He will. Make an attack. He hits. Barely. Oh wait, 3 plus 3. Yeah, that's not going to get through his battle dress. So that is what the Imperial Marine in his battle dress does. Marduk Security. You are not respecting my authority. Let's see. This guy is going to step out with his advanced combat rifle, and he's going to try and plank at Ting, but he is at a -2 to his attack because Ting isn't dumb and is probably... he did make an attack on this Marine, but he is keeping a low profile, so I'm going to give him -2 to hit Ting. Oh, that is fucking terrible. For a whole whopping 1, which is a...
Did he hit his friend?
No, it wasn't that bad. He didn't roll snake eyes. But it is an exceptional failure, and his gun jams.
Awesome.
He is going to... It will take his minor action next turn to unjam his rifle. Let's see here. This guy... This poor bastard is going to crawl, basically, to here, and he's going to take a shot at Beth with his ACR. So he is at -1, which makes him at a +1 total. And he hits. +3 for damage. That's 3D. Ooh, wow. But I don't think that gets through your battle dress, does it, Beth?
No.
I didn't
Very
think so.
close though.
Yeah, for an advanced combat rifle, I don't think he could have done much better than that.
Yeah, that was a really good shot.
That's unfortunate for him, as he continues to bleed all over that dining room table. Ox, you.
Do I see any people coming like to aid of this place?
Well, that's what I was just going to bring up. You are through all the jamming noise. You see some flicker coming from a flicker of 4 dots coming from the starport. Go ahead and make an electronic sensors plus your choice, either intellect or education check.
Okay.
And you get a +2 to that because of the Harrier's fantastic sensors.
I suck.
Wow. Okay. That's terrible.
2 1s.
You're like, everything looks fine.
Yeah. I don't see any targets of opportunity I want to try shooting at in the courtyard, and if I'm not seeing anything else, I obviously didn't see anything on the sensors.
Right.
Do you know that the air raft is blown up? Have we communicated that?
I can see that.
Yeah,
It's
so
burning down there on the ground.
we're gonna have to arrange to get picked up somehow. That might be something to work on.
Well, we can land the ship right outside the no longer existent front wall.
Sure.
But I don't think we want to do that yet until I see you guys coming out.
Well, we've got a Corvette that's not in the. I mean, that's really in the general area. So, I mean, we should set our shit up to kind of get the fuck out of here soon. We don't want to try to get in trading blows with that thing.
Okay. Well, tell the captain or the pilot, because you don't want me trying that role. Take us down. It's just a bad place to be caught if something shows up.
True.
While you're still fighting inside.
I think we'll be out pretty soon.
Okay. We'll land it. Ready to let them on board. I have reservations about this, but you're the captain.
Yeah.
All right. Kidoki. So, we will...
And if I don't have it on, I'm putting my combat armor on.
Okay.
I'm getting my ACR.
All right. Getting yourself geared up and...
Hopefully I don't need it, but...
Well, you never know.
Exactly. I can still see a Marine down there in the courtyard.
Yes.
I've fought those guys before.
Yeah.
Or at least I've fought people in battle armor before.
He is...
I want to make sure I'm in it, too.
Right. Yeah, he is actually actively kind of laser focused on Rexar.
Well, that's fine.
Yeah, he can stay that way. That's good. All right. So,
I mean, I don't want to interrupt.
Ting, what would you like to do?
Well, there's a bunch of problems here on the courtyard, and it's just not. It's not really. That's. Yeah. Right. So. Right here is my target location. See that?
Yep.
Okay, I'm going to throw a grenade right there. That blast 9 should hit both the Imperial Marine there and this security guy, and should not hit me up on the roof.
No, it should not. It won't. Yeah, no. I mean, even if you were to roll Snake Eyes, it should not have the capability of bouncing back up onto the roof.
Well, I got a 7.
Well, it's a miss, but not that bad. Go ahead and roll damage. What kind of grenade are you throwing?
Just a frag grenade,
Okay.
5D. $19.
Okay. So the frag grenade. Wow. And you missed.
Yeah, I missed my target location, so you have to assign it a location, I guess, and we just deal with it. Is that right? Oh, that's the wrong character. That's why.
These two guys are both going to take your 19 damage regardless. I mean, even if it landed up here, I guess no, he's in 9 meters, and he's within 9. Yeah, there's no way. 7's not bad enough that you missed completely. I mean, you did, but you missed what you were aiming for. But it's a grenade. It still has 9 meter blast radius. So
they say close counts and hand grenades.
Exactly right. That is exactly right. So with 19, the Marine doesn't take anything. His battle dress soaks that up. This guy, though, is going to take 9 to. He's not shredded, but his Polycarpus took the worst of it. But he's still up. And then you have minor actions, so you could throw yourself to the.
That's what I was going to do. Yeah, I was going to just throw myself prone.
Yep.
If there's like a little ledge wall or something, or an air unit that I can get behind.
Yeah.
Just to totally break line of sight. That'd be wonderful. And then I'm going to yell out using my shriek box, so it should really echo out really loud.
Yep.
Maximum volume. I want to say, we need to wrap it up. Emergency, Will Robinson. We need to wrap it up. Because that Corvette's coming, and these people on the ground don't really know that. So,
right.
I'm sounding alarmed to my teammates, because we can't talk on comms.
Right. Hold on, I need to do one more. Anubis. 2. Alright. Alright. And that puts... So, Ting, you throw yourself down, you find like a air filtration unit on the roof, and that's going to give you an extra +8 to your armor bonus. Not to mention the fact that they are -2 to shoot at you because they would have to hit you through around cover. So, but if they want to shoot through it, that's the issue. So, Beth, what would you like to do? I mean, this guy in here is still trying to shoot at you.
I want to walk up to him, and I want to say, what's the password to open the doors? And I want to start stepping on his mangled legs.
Nice. That is some sweet talking. Okay. Go ahead and make a persuasion check with a boon. So roll 3 and take the 2 highest.
All right. Where'd the other D6 go? There we go. That would be 11.
Okay. Yeah, you step on his mangled leg, and he lets out a shriek and drops his assault rifle and just yells out, like, he yells out, 47894 is the code to unlock.
Cool. And the last action I'm going to take is to pick up that rifle.
Okay.
And then probably walk out a little bit.
Okay. Yeah, I'll let you do that. Wow. The Cameron I knew when I first met you would have never done any of this. Okay, so yeah, Cameron now has some goo on the foot of her combat armor, or her
Give
battle
her
dress.
some extra movement for the slide.
Yes, she moonwalks out. What would Keith Clark like to do?
He will punch in those numbers that he heard yelled.
Okay.
Because that seems...
So he punches in the numbers, and how many did I say? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. This cell, this cell, this cell, this cell, and this cell. Actually, are the only ones that have prisoners in them. There's only 5. And all the doors, I mean, he puts in those numbers and all the doors open.
Sweet.
And in this cell down here is the captain of the Free Sparrow. And this is the crew of the Fast Trader. It is the pilot, astrogator, engineer, medic, and for some reason they had a steward. A smuggling ship that has a cook. I mean, that tells me you guys are paying them too much, but whatever. Aside from that, they kind of stick their head out and are like, is it safe for us to come out?
Yeah, Keith is gonna walk up this way and then tell them, like, stay behind us. We're gonna get you out of here.
You do not have to ask them twice. They step out and kind of huddle up as best they can to take cover behind Keith's battle dress, and they pick up. Well, actually, before they do that, they run in here, and at this rack, each of them grab a assault rifle.
Excellent.
Off the rack.
Good.
And then huddle up behind Keith, kind of following him on the way out. And all the while, this guy's like cursing him. Oh, you're pirate scum. We'll find you. We'll space all of you. Blah blah blah. And as this guy's yelling at him, the captain of the Free Sparrow says, "Yeah, maybe, but it won't be you." And he goes, "Brap," and shoots the guy.
Good. That was like a nice mercy kill. It's a good crew we got.
Well, he doesn't have to worry about insurance anymore.
That's right.
The Anubis, so Ching Shiih is swinging around, and what? That's not what I wanted. There we go. So she detects on the sensors. Her and Oks are the only ones left aboard. She detects that there are 4 light fighters that have been launched because, like I said, there's 2 things that the spaceport is aware of. Number 1, the spaceport is aware that somebody is throwing out a whole bunch of junk and their sensors and comms are jammed. Number 2, if they look out the window, they can see that there were explosions and there was a plume of smoke coming up on the horizon from the edge of the Startown. So it is apparent to them that something isn't right. And they can, of course, look out the window and see this Harrier-class commerce raider coming in and doing a number on the prison. So they have launched. There are only 4 light fighters.
It's just a barbecue. It was the warden's birthday. We're doing a flyby.
Yes. And so Ching Shiih banks around and heads more to engage the light fighters because she doesn't want them doing strafing runs or anything else. These are Marduk Starport Authority fighters, so I mean, we don't know what they're capable of.
Shoot them with a missile, Ox.
As soon as I can get a lock.
Oh, yeah. Well, sorry.
Imperial Marine. He's going to go melee. I mean, what else is he going to do, right? So he and Rexar are engaged in melee. They're
total combat.
Yep, they have a slap and tickle fight going on down here, and Marduk security guard is not going to get involved with that.
I mean, really, how much is his morale going to hold here?
Well, he doesn't really. Well, I mean, he doesn't really have a whole lot of choice. Well, that's a really good question. I don't know that he wants to really be a part of this anymore. It's another 12. We're close to it. He can get to about there. Yeah, he's running out the hole that you guys made. He's like, oh, I'm gonna go tell on you. Light fighters. So
they're probably still far away. Hopefully.
Not that far away. I need the Harrier. Let's see. Alright, so the Harrier has armor 4. Alright, it'll be a light fighter. Has a fixed mount pulse laser. And thrust 6. So yeah, these things can move at 6 Gs. Yeah, they're going to be able to catch up pretty quick. So they are going to make some attack runs.
Don't they have to use a thrust point to lower themselves 1 atmosphere level at a time to get down?
They're already in the atmosphere. They launched from the starport.
Oh.
Yeah, they launched from the downport. So.
From the downport. Yeah, they're close. Yeah, you're right.
That is a hit. Then my question. My one complaint about the layout of the Traveler books, Mongoose, if you are paying attention, and I know sometimes you are, I really wish that on these spacecraft that you would include the damage for the weapons instead of having to flip to look it up. So pulse lasers do 2D damage because it's vehicle damage. For 8, the Harrier takes 4 points of hull damage. I don't know who wants to write that down and keep track. It has a total of 88 hull points. So it just took 4.
Keith has all that stuff, so I'll subtract 4.
Okay. The second fighter is going to make his attack run, and he hits with a 9. Oh, sorry, that was a bad roll. So that is actually only 7. The Harrier takes another 3 hull points.
Okay.
And the last one is a 6, which is a miss. Wait,
Alrighty.
That was only 3. I need one more. Ooh. So, yeah, that's not good. So, the last light fighter goes to shoot, and as he's strafing towards the Harrier, his pulse lasers go right behind the back of his lead, And that fighter, let's see, he got a total of 4, so it's going to be +4 to damage. Oh, ouch. 13.
13 hull points? Or
Yeah, but not.
That's not us.
That's to
okay,
to
good.
his own guy. How many hull points?
Friendly fire because he rolled a 2.
Ooh, he just blew up his wing commander.
Good job.
Woohoo! All right.
Yeah, he
offer him a job.
Yeah. Have you thought about a lucrative career as a pirate? All right. So, Oks, you see this going on. You've got missiles and you've got particle barbette. It's your choice what you want to shoot.
I'll shoot the barbette.
Ooh. I'm going to switch it up.
Yeah, I think that's probably better in this situation.
Yeah.
I always picture it shooting green.
Yeah, why not?
Well,
Green.
because it's got that nuke to it, you know?
Yeah, it'd be like green lightning.
Yeah. That sounds like a great way for it.
So gunner turret?
It would be gunner turret plus your dex mod, and you get a +2 for fire control.
12.
That is a hit. Go ahead and roll your damage, which would be 4D. And I don't know.
Oh, shit.
Well, it still. So they've got. So these guys, these light fighters only have crystal iron, which gives them 2 armor, but they only have 4 hull points. So that ship is just cored through and through and explodes.
Okay, it was a good choice to go with the barbette.
Yeah, it explodes in a dramatic manner. You don't really have anything that you can... Well, I guess if you wanted to with a minor action, you could try to make a... I would let you make a electronics sensors plus intellect or education to get a target lock on another one of the fighters.
It's worth trying. Actually, I don't have sensors, so just 2D.
Yeah, it'd be electronics 0 plus your intellect or education.
Okay. Yeah, nope.
Okay, so no target lock. All right. Ting, what would you like to do at this point?
I think sensors are broke.
Yeah, it's obviously the computer's fault.
Yeah, I've got to get down from off the roof is what I need to do. That guy is right down there.
He's engaged. He and Rex are you know.
Yeah. I really think I should try to drop something on top of him.
I don't know that. I mean, he's in full battle dress. Unless you have a tank.
Well, the gravity fall stuff goes through armor, right? Ignores armor.
I mean, it really depends. If he falls, then it would ignore armor because it's going to rattle him on the inside. But if you drop an air conditioning unit on him, I really don't think that that's going to be enough to really bother him.
Well,
especially considering he gets a +4 to strength. So
yeah, I'm just gonna hang down and drop down on the ground here.
Okay.
And what would that take for me to do that? Would that take...
Make a athletics dexterity, athletics dex plus your dex modifier.
How about a 10?
Yeah, that gets you down. So you are no longer on the roof. That puts you right down here, no problem. And then you've got minor action. You can move 6 meters.
All right. Well, we've got everything in there. I don't know. Rexar is kind of trippy about people helping him while he fights.
Yeah, he's all honor bound. He likes to deal with it.
Yeah. Yeah, is this building over here open? Are the doors open?
It is not.
It is not. I bet it's locked too. Is the thing. Did my grenade do anything to jar or fuck up any of the wall and
No, a
door?
frag grenade's not gonna do. I
Yeah.
mean, it's not gonna pierce armor.
All right. I'm just gonna go ahead and move 6 meters. I guess with my little miner thing. What is that? Way up into here. Then yeah.
Okay.
And I'm gonna start heading this way. If we're all filing out and I'm thinking he's going to do there, we need to get ready for the evac, because again I'm going to yell out into the door as I pass that the Corvette is on the way.
Okay. So yeah, you hear this really loud voice from his shriek box, Beth and Keith, that he says that Ting's yelling super loud that the Corvette is on the way. And Ting, you also would have seen some explosions in the sky.
Yeah, but there's only so much a guy can do in one round.
Right.
I can't write a poem or nothing.
That's true.
Yeah. They heard me, and so that was my whole point on getting out of the ship and leaving Oks and Ching. Damn, they lost their sensory generator by kind of a dumb move, but my thinking was that we were jamming, and so I wanted to come down and tell people that
I really think that ultimately the jamming has helped you more than it's hindered you.
I agree, but I still just wanted to report in, and
right.
So I've done that, and now I'm going to be begging for a ride because I'm Sir Robin.
You're ready to. Oh, we're being jammed. I got a flare gun. That's okay.
Yeah.
Okay, so you are running. So Beth, you hear him yell. What would you like to do?
Start booking it. So 6. Alright. And Rexar's dealing with the Marine and probably won't let me help him either.
Well, I mean, if you want, you can.
Is that another minor action though, or that's a significant?
That would be a significant action.
Okay, well, I can still move 6 more meters and then turn around and shoot that guy on my next turn.
That is true.
Or maybe you know what? I'm gonna move towards that action.
Okay.
All right. Yeah.
Stop playing around with that Marine. We gotta go.
Yeah.
And then what would Keith like to do?
Also book it out of there.
I don't know if you've ever played a video game where you have to do an escort mission, but those 5 guys are following you. They're following Keith. They go on his turn.
Okay.
Are they all limping and stopping at everything to look?
Oh,
and smell
yeah.
Roses?
Completely. They are being a total pain in the ass.
Well, Keith is going to point over here and have them, kind of be a little bit covered in case some shit goes down. But, yeah.
Okay. All right.
I forgot, actually, on Beth's turn. I walked by this building that we had opened up, and I told the guy to hang tight.
Right. Yeah, there was nobody in there.
Oh, I thought that there's...
Oh, wait.
Okay.
No, there was a guy in there, wasn't there? Yeah, there is...
Yeah,
motion
for out.
There is a prisoner who has he's ducked down in this corner and has kind of been waiting until things are dying down, and you saw him kind of poke his head out and look around. He's waiting for a good chance to bolt, but he's not one of yours.
Oh, well, who knows? Maybe he will be after this. He'll have few places to go.
Yeah,
so.
It's not like he's not gonna run into the Startown in an orange jumpsuit.
Yeah. Okay, cool. Well, that's that turn. That's all the movement.
Okay. The Anubis. Let's see if Ching Shiih can give Oks a better firing solution.
Can't be worse than mine.
She does. So, Oks, on your turn, you are going to get to add an additional +2. So you will be at +4 with fire control.
Hope his family has life insurance.
The Imperial Marine and Rexar are still battling it out, and Rexar is going to... Yep. Rexar reaches down and he picks up his axe with his minor action and swings it and brings it down on the Imperial Marine's head and kills it.
Sweet.
And that is how we will end that guy. We don't really need Rexar on the board. So, yeah, Rexar is ready to follow Beth. And he kind of comes up around this corner, and Rexar pokes his head around the corner and sees the prisoner that was in solitary kind of ducking his head out and says something along the lines of, if you want to live and be a pirate, you need to follow us. The Marduk security guard that is left goes wee all the way home and quits his job. Which makes the board clear. The light fighters, there's 3 of them. We will make another attack. That's a mess. There's a hit. It's a +3. The Harrier is going to take 5 points of hull damage. And the last shot is a miss.
Did you hear we take hull damage, Captain? Note taker?
Oh my gosh, I spaced it out because I usually don't.
Yeah.
So yeah,
five.
One of the 3 fighters rakes the fuselage of the Harrier. So Ching Shiih has swung the ship around to give Oks a better firing solution, and is coming head on to these. She's basically playing chicken with these 3 light fighters. And Oks, you have a +4 to shoot.
Okay. Particle barbette in the snout. Another 12 to hit.
That is a hit.
4D for damage.
And +4 to damage.
Well, 10 total. 2 1s and 2 2s. How's that for dice rolling?
That is another dead... Oh, wait. So 6 total. That is still a dead fighter. You hit this one, and it doesn't explode completely, but it catches fire and just kind of starts to spiral down to the hard deck.
That's what they killed one of their own, and I got 2, so we're down 3.
Yep, you are down. Yep, you are. Oh, that's right. You have 1 fighter left. Ting, what would you like to do?
I'm just gonna continue on with the evac preparations.
Okay.
So I'm just gonna, move Max, just kind of going up this way.
Yep.
To where
I got you.
whatever. Yeah,
So,
somewhere there.
We will put you over here. And Beth, what are you and Rexar doing? You and Rexar and prisoner in solitary. What are you doing?
telling them to head that way. Is that wall all the way broken down, or do I need to breach it?
No, it is. It is. This wall is effectively breached. It is a tangled mess of um, burning steel beams and whatnot. But you can make your way through it.
Okay, I'm gonna book it out of here then, along with everybody else. And I mean, the captain of the Free Sparrow would tell me if we're missing anybody, right?
Yes. Yeah.
Okay,
No.
and so
His whole crew is there. I will put you up here as well.
and solitary guy, I will tell him he's welcome to come along if he's okay with pirates.
He has. Well, he kind of laughs and says, "It's not like I have a whole lot of choice."
Sweet.
And I assume Keith is going to do the same?
Yeah, he's gonna book it on out of here too.
Okay. So the Anubis, she's going to attempt one more time to swing around and come up behind. So she is past the other pilot, and she swings around and brings it into a onto his tail. He is going to try to get out of that, and he does. He succeeds, but he is not going to be able to make a shot this turn. But Oks, you're in a barbette, so you can do whatever you want. You are at +2 to hit with fire control.
And we will attempt. 6-5, and a 3 and a 2. 16 to hit.
Okay. Yeah. So that is, oh boy.
Let me get in a decent damage, even though almost anything kills him.
Yeah, that is a +8 to
There you
damage.
go.
Holy shit. Yeah.
19 plus the 8.
He explodes greatly. And that is the end of the fighters. Set up. There we go.
Now sounds like a good time to land.
Right? There we go. All right. Okay, so yeah, with your minor action, are you you take out, core the? I mean, you literally core this fighter, and it just erupts into a ball. And are you telling Ching Shiih to bring you guys in for a landing to pick it up? Okay, so yeah, we are effectively out of combat for that. And you, Ching Shiih brings the ship down, and you guys are able to load up back onto the Anubis, the ship formerly known as the Capri Sun. Okay, so you guys board up into the Harrier, and almost the airlock's not even closed all the way, and Ching Shi's already lifting off. Now, a thought had occurred to me, and I am going to be a generous referee. So, when you guys came and landed on Marduk, there was the time spent in the village. You spent some time burying the dead. You spent some time, meandering around the Startown, trying to discern, movement patterns of. You found out stuff about the baker that goes to the prison. You found out stuff about the laundry that goes back and forth to the prison. And you did all of this, and I'm going to assume that took at least 2 or 3 days. And the reason why I bring this up is that it is kind of important that at no point did you guys think to refuel the ship. So I'm going to be a generous GM and would think that Ching Shiih would be smart enough that in that time that she wasn't spent running around spying and trying to knock people out to get their uniforms and key cards, that she would have been smart enough to say, you know what, I'm going to land back at the village on the coast, and I'm going to dump a hose in the ocean and refuel the Harrier, because otherwise you guys would be taking off with no ability to jump. So I'm going to be kind and say that she was smart enough to do that.
I want to make sure the transponder is switched off.
Okay. So...
Yeah. I'll tell the captain I'm doing that so she can tell me that I'm being wrong in doing so.
Yeah, so switching off the transponder, a ship that doesn't squawk is more likely to be assumed to be a pirate than anything else.
Yes, but it's harder to find us, and we're a stealth ship, and we just did a prison hit.
That is
and so, I mean, it's kind of like, you know, anyone in this general area kind of knows that we're probably up to no good, because I'm going to have to turn the jammer off in order for us to go dark.
That is true.
So that's my thought process here. If anybody disagrees or if the captain says no, keep jamming, then I will jam on.
Yeah,
but
technically your hull has superior stealth, and I am now curious as to exactly what that means. It's actually, for a space game, it's fairly rare that you guys get into this. Let's see here. I guess that would be in hull options, huh? Hull configuration. There we go. Stealth. Stealth absorbs radar and lidar beams and disguises heat emissions, applying a negative DM to electronic sensors checks made to detect or lock onto the ship. But what does superior stealth mean? Let's see. Exterior ship, additional tonnage is required. Oh, here it is. Wow, they're at a DM of -6 to use sensors on to detect the Harrier. So Ching Shiih sets a roundabout course towards the the 90 diameter jump limit, because you have early jump. And my next question is, I assume that you guys are turning off your if you're going stealth, I'd assume you're turning off your jamming.
Yes.
Okay.
Unless you know, the captain wants me to jam on, but you know, highly advising that we shut the fuck up and.
Yeah, I agree. Let's stop jamming.
Yeah, jam off.
All right, so you guys are going full stealth.
I will also terminate the loop of my audio coming out of the ship.
That's a good idea. Yeah, I forgot about that. Yeah, yelling out into the dark.
Yeah. That's my hope is that either we will leave or, you know, take barbette shots from extreme range at this ship and you know, play hide and seek with it and see if we can take it out. Would be very fun.
So Ching Shiih is basically pegged the throttle at 4 Gs, which is going to give her 2 Gs worth of maneuver, just in case. And she is heading for the 90 diameter jump limit. Now, the sensors are only because you are going stealth. The sensors are set to passive, correct? So, if whoever wants to make electronic sensors plus either intellect or education can do so, but you don't get the +2. Shit, you didn't.
I still got an 11.
Yeah, you did. So you. You detect Sincerity at very long range. And Sincerity is actually heading towards the planet. But let me see if Sincerity, even with a -6, is able to detect you. So with her sensors operator, she'll be at -5. And she has military grade. Whoop. So she's at -3 net. No, she does not detect you and is heading straight for the planet.
Now, I still really think that we are at such an advantage with our stealth capability and extreme long barbette instant damage thing that we could take a shot or two at them and then take evasive actions after the shot and probably make a good time of making them back the fuck up. I don't know if we could kill them, but I mean, I think we can outmaneuver this Serenity and really just, fuck them up. I mean, right now we could put a sensor lock on them and nail them and then turn all that shit off and do like a submarine type thing, where you can't see me, but blam, surprise.
Yeah.
And then while they try to find us, we drift off away, is what I'm saying. And if they can't see us or anything, the missiles won't hit us. So, I mean, what are they just going to blindly shoot missiles out?
That's true. I mean, it's up to you guys. However, you could just run away, or you can try to teach them a lesson.
I think that we're missing some hull points, and we just got these people out of danger. So.
Yeah. Then that's what we'll do.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, I doubt Oks is going to say, that would be the third vote if we were democracy.
I mean, it is a pirate ship.
Yeah, I can't override the captain, for role playing.
It's a pirate ship, so I mean,
I'm not gonna override the captain. I mean, my vote would go to the captain just to kiss ass. I'm not brave. If we haven't figured that out yet.
Historically speaking, pirate ships were generally like the original democracy.
Right. Well, I mean, Ting is not the guy that's going to try to challenge the captain to say leave. I gave my suggestion. I'm not going to cry about getting shut down. So, unless Oks really wants to take it in and can help talk the captain into missing the whole points is a valid,
Well, what's the value down
to? 76.
Oh, that's not bad.
But unless we're going to take them out, which I doubt we could, why show them any of our capabilities?
Well, if we hit that cockpit with that fucking barbette and that whole place in there glows green and they're not fitted for combat because they don't know they're in combat yet, I mean, that's a deal breaker right there as far as they're concerned. Then, God, their whole bridge got wiped out and their command. I mean, that just hitting them on the ass and having to pay send the requisitions in to let all their superiors know that we tap that ass.
Are we faster than the Sincerity?
This
Yes.
is the specs that come up on Anubis's targeting computer, or as they used to call it on the classic Battlestar Galactica, the Warbook.
Let's see here.
We're gonna just play the kite, count, and mouse game. I mean, they've got a thrust 4, and we've got thrust 6.
So it's got 6 pulse lasers. No, wait a minute. Yeah, it's got 2 triple turrets that have 3 pulse lasers in each, and then it's got 2 triple turrets that have 3 missile racks in each. So I mean, this thing can fire 6 missiles at a shot. But like you said, you're stealth, and so they're going to be a DM minus 6 to even for the missiles to even hit you. And then assuming that they can see you, let's say that you were to launch 3 missiles at them, their pulse lasers, they would get an opportunity because they are pulse lasers to shoot those down. But I don't know. I mean, you do have nuclear missiles, so.
Yeah, the particle barbette, I mean, can right now hit that thing at 50,000 kilometers, and it can't do anything. It can't do anything to respond at its current distance. And so if we hit it and then we go dark and move it a random direction away and make it hunt us again, that's the way I think we play that game. The kite, hit, and cover.
So if we whipped off a shot and then just went and jumped, ran and jumped after that on our next turn.
Yeah, I mean,
that might work.
Yeah,
that's cool too. Yeah.
Are the prisoners interested in revenge, or do they just want to get the fuck out of here?
They haven't. I mean, their feeling on the matter is the 5 from the Free Sparrow are they're your guests. They'll help out in any way that they can. Whether that be running around doing damage control, they're happy to do that. But whatever you guys decide to do, they are on board with it. I mean, they did not really expect you to show up and do this. They thought they had 30 days left, and then that was going to be the end of them. The new guy, the sixth guy that you got out of solitary confinement, he's hanging back. He's not sure what to do, but he's willing to help out if he can, but he doesn't know a whole lot about being on a ship.
And we are right now outside the diameter. We can go ahead and just pop a jump anytime we want, right?
No, you are heading towards the diameter.
Okay.
At 4 Gs. So, I mean, you're moving there quickly. Not as quickly as you could, but, I mean, at very long range, visually, you can't even see Sincerity. You know that she's there on your sensors, the passive sensors, but beyond that, you can't see her, and you don't have a target lock.
Right. Well, that would be the way to start it off. Would be the target lock, shoot, drop target lock, and then flee. That's the way I would do it.
I am really pissed at them for doing this. So.
Hell yeah, Captain. You're a coward if you don't hit them. You're a coward. They will say you are a coward and a punk bitch if you don't hit them on the ass at least once before you leave.
Let's whip off a shot and then jump.
Hell yeah. Can I talk shit and try to raise our notoriety in the process?
I won't stop you.
Hell yeah.
Let's see here. So. You guys will have surprise.
Hey, Keith. Fuck yeah.
I'll move chairs over. Okay. We're gonna.
So let's
we
see
got
here.
out there.
This time we collected people that actually wanted to go with us.
Right.
That's a change.
Right?
Yeah. Usually it's not a voluntary thing.
I know, yeah. It's either come with us or get spaced.
Or, yeah, you just wake up and you're with us.
So, Captain, do you have tactics, naval?
I don't. Ching Shiih does, but not
Okay.
me. I don't think. I'll check. Nope.
I don't know for certain. I think that +2 is probably what she has. So let's see. Wow. Okay. So she gets a +2 to her initiative, and her initiative is 2d plus the pilot's skill plus the ship's thrust score. So it's gonna be Jesus. It's 2d plus 12 for a total of 21. The Sincerity is not going to have that good. Actually, that would be a +6 for a 14. And you guys, it doesn't matter because you guys have surprise. So, with your surprise, what's the first thing that you guys want to do for surprise?
Do you want to try and nuke them?
I was going to acquire a target lock.
Oh, yeah, that's probably good.
Yeah, I mean, either way, you're going to want to apply a target lock.
Yeah.
So, I mean, I think a target lock, here we go. This would be switching the sensors on to active for a second because they see us and all that. So, I'll take that 17 target lock.
Yeah. So that is a +5 to whatever you're going to shoot. They are at very long range. What would you like to shoot? You could shoot the particle barbette, or you could shoot the well, let me double check that.
I think the answer is yes.
Let's see. Well, yeah, I mean,
can we shoot it all?
You technically could shoot it all. But hold on, let me look at.
They'll see it. So Keith said if you shoot the barbette, they won't see it coming. Is that right?
Well, I'm just checking.
Okay.
Yeah, it's just like a big instant laser. It just the missiles, you shoot them, and they have to start traveling, and then they get to take shots at them. And then depending on the kind of missile you have, some of them are fire and forget. Others of them you have to keep guiding them in.
So they are within 50,000 kilometers, which means for particle barbette. Yeah, you could hit them with the particle barbette, and for a missile. Special. There we go. So if you were to, I mean, yeah, two of you could man turrets. So Oks is already manning the particle barbette. If somebody else wanted to man the missile turret, you could. Missiles will take 4 rounds to reach Sincerity.
And they'll probably pick them up before they get there.
Yeah, we'll probably be gone before we know if we hit them or not. But, I mean, if we, with the missiles, the barbette, I would think we just get an instant gratification. That.
Yeah, the barbette's pretty cool. If you feel like launching missiles also, then follow your heart. It's okay.
Yeah, so So, Ox, if you want to shoot the particle barbette, you are at +5, or I'm sorry, +7 total to hit.
Oh, I can't pass that up. It'd be hard to miss. Came close.
That is a hit. Let's see here. That is a +6 to damage.
Okay. $24.
So they are gonna eat 20. Ouch. And then who does somebody want to launch? Who's manning the missile turrets?
Not me. I guess Keith would.
I don't know if Keith wants to man missile turrets or if Keith wants to be doing damage control because the ship has taken some hits from the light fighters. Beth could man the missile turret. Sounds like Ting is on sensors.
Yeah, so I'm kind of stuck on sensors and comms.
If I launch a missile, I gotta switch to jump drive like immediately.
Oh, that's true. Can I launch a missile even though I'm captaining?
Yeah. Yeah, I mean,
Okay,
you can captain from a weapons console. So, Beth, you launched the 3 missiles. So, missiles work a little bit differently. So, attack roll for missile salvo is successful. Wait.
We have nukes.
Yeah, we do.
Okay.
So, are you launching nukes?
It'd definitely be a time to do it.
Yeah, this would be the time.
Okay.
We will earn quite a reputation if we pull this off.
Yeah.
I think we already have plenty of reputation.
Yeah, that's true.
Well, I mean, our social rating when we're under these names, goes up the more dastardly shit we do. But more people hunt us. So, that's fun.
Okay. Hold on, I'm looking at the smart trait. So they get an additional +2. Launches missiles. Sensor operators on board ships may make an immediate routine check in order to detect them. So they get an immediate check to detect the missiles. They do not. I look at this shit. Digital dice and it's a cocked die. What the fuck? So they do not detect the missiles.
Oh my god, they're so screwed.
If the firing ship has not been detected itself, this becomes... Oh. Yeah, well, they really didn't detect them because you have not been detected yourself. +1 is applied for every full 10 missiles. Wow, that doesn't apply. So they get to make a average sensors check every round for the next 4 rounds until those missiles get to them. If they don't detect them, they don't get to shoot them down or an attempt to shoot them down, and then they get hit by 3 nuclear missiles. That would be not good for them.
That's pretty funny.
So that brings us into the first round. This is the first turn, and Ching Shiih gives it the gas for an additional 2 thrust, and she's now traveling at 6 thrust towards the jump limit. You still have a sensor lock if you want to make another shot.
Oscar, you want to do another shot?
No reason not to. We already did the first one that rang their bell.
Yeah, I will go ahead and take my turn on this to talk on the comm. Yeah, I'm just gonna let them know that you inferior imperial scum. You will leave the pirates of this Capri Sun alone, or you will face our wrath. Next time we will peg you until you're sitting there glowing in the dark.
Well,
know your place, fool.
Okay, so Oks,
16 to hit.
Yes, that is a +8 to damage.
Yeah, then right after he shots, I'm turning off the lock.
Well, unless.
Oh, there you go.
Okay.
Take that.
Another minus. So they're going to take another 20. And before you turn off the lock, does Beth want to shoot 3 more missiles? You know, just to be sure.
We're gonna fuck around and kill them before we get to the.
Sure, I'll shoot more. Do I have to roll anything?
Not yet.
Well, no,
Not yet.
I don't think we have any more nukes, though. I think we just got regular ones, right? Or
No, we had a full rack of nukes.
what's a full rack? I mean,
10.
10?
12, actually.
Oh, it was 12. Okay.
So you're down 3. So yeah, you got another 9 to go.
Sure, I'll shoot 3 more.
Okay. So in 4 rounds, they will reach Sincerity, and you're turning off. So Ting is now turning off the sensor lock, correct?
Yeah, that's the idea. Because
Okay.
we're about to zoom out of particle barbette range. There's no reason for them to be able to easily pick us out. You know.
Right.
Yeah. You can't hit what you can't see, pussycat.
They can't shoot a pulse laser at you, but they will go ahead. Well, first of all, they get a chance to detect those other missiles, which means they got to get an 8 or better. They detect 3 of the missiles. They are going to spend their turn. So yeah, they're detecting their radiological alarms are going off now. For 3 of the missiles, they will go ahead and attempt to point defense those missiles. Are you fucking kidding me? They failed to point defense the last 3 missiles. So there are 3 missiles. Well, there are 6 missiles coming at them. 3 of them that they don't know about. Okay. Oh, wait. They actually get another roll on that. Okay, now they're aware that there are 6 missiles. So you turn off the defense, and Ching Shiih changes course, and you guys are effectively censored or effectively stealthed again. Yeah, they do not detect you. What is your plan at this point? Are you going to continue to tag him, or are you just making it for the jump limit?
We're gonna go jump.
I'm voting to tag, even though I know we're going to go jump. But this is fun. I know we'll get a chance to do this again. Just saying. I like doing this.
All right. Sincerity is going to attempt to shoot down some of the missiles. Well, first, they're going to attempt... Well, no. They're just going to... Okay. So they are able to shoot down one of the missiles. Anubis continues on her run. Don't they have...
How much damage have we put on them?
You have done... They are down to 120 hull points.
Yeah. We put a nice hit on them. Yeah.
They are going to make another attempt. They shoot down one more missile. so let's see. That's there are still 3 missiles coming at them. There's still 3 missiles coming at them, and the last roll, they're going to get hit by 3 missiles. So,
Oops.
Beth, roll 3D times 10. Yeah, that's gonna smart. That's gonna sting.
So that's 70.
Let's see here, and that means.
Fuck their shit up. Okay, they're not like vaporized.
They are going to take 66.
I think that's like half their hull points.
Yeah, that.
I should ask them if they yield. Power down and be prepared to be boarded after all that.
That's definitely going to be some criticals.
And they're gonna land on fucking Marduk. How are they gonna repair anything?
I know, on Marduk, right. So, Beth, go ahead and roll 2D for critical.
All right. I got 4.
Uh-oh. Oh. That's not good.
Yes, it is. Think positive, DM. Come on now.
You are detecting... well, who wants to make an electronic sensor check? If you're at passive, you don't get the +2.
I know who doesn't.
How about a 14?
So you're detecting there is a massive rupture in their fuel tank, and you are seeing fire coming out of the side of the ship as this hydrogen is ignited from the nuclear blast.
Wow.
I will just kind of look around the bridge and turn on the ship's intercom and be like, that ain't rice. That's mashed potatoes. Go and turn it off.
Right.
Yeah, they are leaking fuel. In fact, you're reading that the total critical was that their fuel tank is destroyed. They have no fuel tank at all. So,
Maybe
yeah.
the natives can teach them how to live on Marduk. No, I'm just kidding.
I'm pretty sure that thing's got fighters and shit on it too. So I mean, they're, they still probably have a.
It has a launch. That it uses for boarding actions, but yeah, it's certainly not jump capable.
Would you like to talk to them, Captain?
No, that's okay.
Okay. Message has been
This was a good idea, though. I'm glad that you talked me into it.
I am too. I am, Keith, as you could just see his face, he's just like, what the fuck did we just do? Yeah, he's just sitting there. Yeah.
So, Keith, you are, while this is all going on, Keith, are you wanting to run around and try to repair any hull points?
Oh, obviously, yes, definitely.
Okay, so, again, we don't do this a whole lot. Where is damage control? Damaging, well, we know how to damage them. How do we fix that? Let's see here. Yeah, for a space game, we don't get into a whole lot of space combat. In fact, you guys seem to actively try to avoid it.
That might change.
Dangerous.
It is fucking dangerous.
That
Amen,
might change
brother.
after the results of what we've just done. I mean, that was a Corvette. If we would have go toe-to-toe with it, it would have punched us to pieces.
Yeah.
But we didn't. We went from long to throw. And just, yeah.
Operation.
We teabagged those dudes.
Yeah, basically.
Yeah.
boarding, power, landing, running out of power, costs and maintenance. We must be close.
We just hit the Imperium for about 20 mil worth of repairs, easy.
Here we go, repairs. Damage to a ship falls into two categories. So this is hull damage. You did not take any critical hits. So, Keith, go ahead and make your choice, either engineer or mechanic plus your intellect or education.
Okay. 11.
Okay. So, that is pretty good. Paracritical. That's
Oh, you know, there's not having any kids. Everybody on that ship that lived is sterile.
yeah. Well, yeah, they've got some radiation problems now.
Yeah, we leave Klingons after us. We hit little radioactive, you know, blessings.
So damage scale. Sorry, guys.
Oh no, we're sitting there. I'm sitting there smiling. I mean,
Yeah, really
this really did great. I'm thinking my social score is going to go up, you know. So, yeah.
Right? Yeah, that's true. Huh. So with an 11, you are able to you got an 11, right? Okay. So you are able to repair 3 of the hull points, so you get 3 back. And that's going to consume 3 tons of your spares.
Okay, I will mark that down.
All right. So, Sincerity, after taking that clobbering, Sincerity makes for Marduk. Not necessarily. They're making for Marduk Highport. They're not. It would not be wise of them to attempt to land with the current damage to their ship. Their hull is kind of effed up, and so they make a run for it.
Are they talking or anything?
No, they have gone radio dark. They are radio silent. So, Ching Shiih has already plotted in a course, but I don't remember what that was. So that is going to be a +5. And with the amount of time that you have, I don't think that you really need to make a power check. So, Keith, go ahead and make a J drive plus your education or intellect with a +5.
15.
Okay. So, here's my question. Where are you guys going?
Shit, I don't know.
So you,
I thought we knew that when we started.
Yeah,
let's
me
see.
too.
I don't know if this map has it all on here. I mean, you could go back to Drinax.
Yeah, let's set these guys up at Drinax like heroes, you know, because they got captured and stuff. But
yeah, I mean, you could.
I've got armor that's going to meet me at Drinax, so I'm all about that.
Yeah, you could set course for Drinax. You left things incomplete on Corden. And you know, the last bit of news that came in that you saw is that the shit that you started on Corden has now escalated into full-on warfare. So
I have confidence in the armed hillbillies that we left behind in our territory.
Baron is.
Did we get paid yet, though?
Well, you received your baronial lands and a fortress with its own private dock and whatnot, but and a little town, but and that was the payment more or less. But the situation on Corden is pretty bad. This war has broken out to the point where the Starport and the Startown have closed their gates to ground traffic. Now that doesn't really stop ships from coming and going, but none of the product that is generated on on Corden is making it to the Starport. So if that situation isn't rectified soon, their economy is going to collapse. The Imperial Embassy, the trade delegation, has basically said that they are wanting to. They've threatened that we're gonna come in and set things right if you don't knock it off. But that's unlikely to happen because there's only a handful of Imperial Guards. They don't even have any Marines there. And so they have just enough assets to protect the embassy. They don't have a peacekeeping force or anything like that. Now, Baroness Lux, who had hired you, has basically set herself up to be the good guy and is attempting to be the peaceful one and get them to stop fighting. But she's also moved her troops into towns along both those borders and has said, that the protection of her people is paramount and that she will have no problem getting into a shooting war with any side that decides that they're going to shoot through her towns. So the situation on Corden is now a complete clusterfuck. So I don't know if you guys want to go back there to try and fix that, or if you want to just say, you know what, that's your problem, and we'll go to Drinax. That's up to you.
We need them to start supplying food to Tech World. Yeah, I mean that's.
I can't think of much else that we should be doing. So I think we can drop our decorated heroes off at Drinax with like a not huge detour on the way over there, but we should go try and resolve some shit at Corden too.
So you want to head Drinax first?
Yep.
Okay.
Get that power armor I paid for.
You and then. Oh, okay. Never mind.
I don't need zones on there. Okay. So, that's better. Okay. So, Keith, while you are in jump space, I don't know how many spares you have left, but you can go ahead and make another. You can make another mechanic or engineer check plus intellect or education, and while you're in jump space, you can try to do some repairs.
That's another 11.
Okay. So you can repair another 3 hull points. That's sections that kind of, had made it through the hull, or made it through your armor, and you're able to patch them from the inside while you're in jump space, because obviously you're not going to be walking around on the ship while in jump space. Boiling hydrogen's really good for the complexion. During the week that you're in jump space, the crew of the Free Sparrow tells you that the natives that you had discovered on Marduk, the pirates that you have stationed on the gas giant space station in Borite have kind of been using the natives' little village there as a kind of a smuggling drop point. And the captain of the Free Sparrow tells you that in no way, absolutely no way, did they pirate anybody in Marduk. They're not that dumb. and not to mention the fact that the Free Sparrow is a fast trader. He says I will admit that I work with pirates, and I will admit that I'm a smuggler, but I haven't pirated anybody. I'm just moving the supplies. And so when they were picked up, we were charged with piracy, but we didn't pirate anybody. We were just moving supplies back and forth. And the guy that you picked up out of solitary confinement introduces himself, and I haven't come up with a name for him yet, so he's some guy, red shirt. He was in solitary confinement. He had been put into jail. He was wanted for murder. He got into a fight in one of the bars on the High Port, and shot a guy point blank. And he says he's got no better prospects, so he wants to know if the captain is hiring.
That depends. Like, how much did it bother him that he murdered somebody?
He doesn't appear to show any real remorse for it. He's like, yeah, that guy had it coming.
Why can't we take this crew and plus one that we just rescued and stick them on the shenanigans, and get that ship to doing something?
I mean,
if they want to, it's kind of up to them.
I mean, that shenanigans could definitely meet us over there and start picking up food and moving it to Tech World.
Yeah, especially if you have a captain who is
trustworthy. He owes us. He knows that we got his back.
Well, and he didn't spill the beans on you at all either.
That's true.
But he obviously knows the in and outs of smuggling. And one of the things that Shenanigans is good at with its secret compartments, cargo compartments, is it is an excellent smuggling ship. Although I would say that Shenanigans, and that this is entirely up to you how you want to use Shenanigans, is that that is kind of your bolt hole ship. Like if you decide at some point in the future that things are not working out as pirates and you need to get the hell out of the Trojan Reach, that's the ship you're going to want to take. You do have, however, the scout ship. You've got Obi-Wan Jabrobi that's sitting in the spaceport on Drinax as well that you could give them. So, I mean, that's entirely up to you.
That's just, I just thought we could put them in a ship and get them to working.
Yeah, you got 2 ships docked at Drinax.
Yeah, they could take that ship if they want some work. That would be fine. Okay. And then solitary confinement guy will make an excellent mercenary in war on Corden, I believe.
Oh yeah, he could take. You could set him down on Corden and kind of get. He really doesn't have a whole lot of skill with ships, but he's good at fighting.
Sweet. Good. Well, he can ride with us then. I'm fine with that. We can teach him stuff about ships as we go. Like, jump space is a long time to sit around, so learn.
Yeah, so, you guys, you get back to Drinax. And we're going to leave it there, but before we leave, I want to commend you on doing such a great job. You made it interesting, at the very least, of your jail heist. And so you are going to get 2 XP per person.
Thank you.
You are welcome. And so, page 39 has the charts. Page 39 of the Traveler Companion has the charts for spending and gaining skills. You can spend those to get whatever skill update. You can get some new skills.
All right, I think I'm going to do drive. We should look for an air raft while we're here. Like before we take off, we should do that because ours got destroyed. So
yeah, you're going to need a new air raft. So one of the things that Carrie told me is that so just a reminder, We will be off next week. It is Christmas week. I'm going to take off the week. So no game next week. Carrie was saying that they have switched her over to closing shifts, all of them, and so she said she's hoping that after the holidays are done that her schedule is going to clear up. She's going to kind of use this break for next week to kind of figure out her schedule, and she's hoping that things will work out. If they don't, she may not be able to play anymore. So, let me know. I don't know if somebody wants to spend those 2 skill points to take piloting. I mean, Beth, you might want to raise your piloting skill and take over the piloting routine. I don't know. Having a backup pilot wouldn't be a bad idea.
Okay, yeah, I'm gonna look and see if I can raise my pilot skill 2 points. I'm gonna write in the chat note to self by an air raft, but just so I see it next time.
Yes.
I put my 2 points to raise my flyer grab from 1 to 2.
Excellent.
So I should be able to fly the air raft better. And I get my combat armor. Is that correct?
You do. You will get your. So did you order combat armor or battle dress? I thought it was battle dress. I might be wrong.
I've got combat pioneer armor.
Ah, yes. You did get it. Oh, that's right. You got the. It is battle dress, but it is the pioneer version, which I thought was interesting that you chose that at the time. There it is. Yep. So yes, you will get the Pioneer Battle Dress, protection 23, +4 to strength, +4 to dex with 12 slots. Requires vac suit 2, and it can self-decontaminate.
Yep. Thank you.
And we will pick up next week. You'll be picking that up from what is his name? Rashondo at Rashondo's Bazaar up here in the bazaar section. And you can see about purchasing an air raft. One of the few things that Drinax would actually have. They would have plenty of air rafts. So.
Cool.
Being a floating palace and all, they would have air rafts. You don't have to do a special order for that. All right, so we will pick this up next week in 2 weeks. The Wednesday before New Year's. We'll pick this up in 2 weeks at 7 p.m. on Wednesday.
Happy holidays. Thanks, everybody.
Yep.
Good work.
Yep.
Holidays, that was fun.
Merry
Thank
Christmas,
you.
everyone. Have a good night.
You too.